Surf is great masses of water that has been disturbed by multiple factors to create breaking waves. Watching or observing the surf from the shoreline is a good way to judge the surf's energy level and characteristics such as how big it is and how often it is breaking. Breaking waves only occur near shoaling bottoms. This significant change occurs when the shallower depth is one-half less than its original depth. The entire ocean consists of traveling waves. However, they are not all breaking because the changes in depth in the deep ocean are a lot more gradual than areas near the coast. As the wave approaches the shore and experiences change in depth, the wave speed at the top of the wave is faster than the speed at the bottom of the wave and forces it to break. Sometimes the depth of the water does not change, but there are reef flats and reef edges, which also results in breaking waves. The amount of water is still there, but the reefs create a shallow bottom. The tide is also important to notice because as the tide is rising, more water pushes towards the ocean, which results in a higher energy level for waves to break. Another factor that creates the surf's waves is the wind, which creates swells. The surf is most frequent when there are swells that hit the areas. The greater the energy of the swell, the bigger the surf will usually be, and the more frequent breaking waves will occur. Having knowledge of breaking waves can become useful, not only to surfers, but to divers, fishermen, seafarers, and just people that want to enjoy the beach. Breaking waves do have high energy levels, and some people can be found swept out into the ocean. Therefore, knowing the different types of breaking waves and which ones are the strongest could become very useful to people's lives. There are 4 different types of breaking waves: plunging, spilling, collapsing, and surging. Plunging waves are the best for surfing. Looking from the back of the wave, which is towards the shore from the ocean, plunging waves have a rounded shape. However, from the front of the wave, which is towards the ocean from the shore, plunging waves break with a hollow interior, also known as a barrel or tube. These waves form from shoaling bottoms that have a steep slope. A steep slope creates a plunging wave because the height between the bottom of the breaking wave and its top, or the crest, is great, which results in the wave breaking with a more aggressive force. Spilling waves are milder than plunging waves, which is best for beginner surfers or longboarders. The thickness of the wave is greater than the thickness of a plunging wave. The factor that causes this wave to have a great amount of water is because the slope of the bottom, or the shoaling bottom, has a very gradual change. Since the water depth does not suddenly change, this particular wave breaks very gradually and its wave speed at the top is very similar to the wave speed at the bottom. This causes the back of the wave to look similar to its front, except that the front of the wave is a gradual whitewash incline along its face. Surging waves do not break, and they just flow onto the beach. These type of breaking waves do not break because the shoaling bottom slope is very flat and may even go from shallow to a little deeper, especially when there is an upward incline on the beaches. They are the ones that surge onto the beaches and dissolve into the sand, which is very useful for sand sliders or skimboarders. Collapsing waves are a combination of both surging and plunging waves because they, like the surging waves, have flat shallow bottoms and lead up to the shore. However, when they reach the shores, there is a change on the beach where it allows them to break with a hollow tube, just like the plunging waves, but it is so small that it just collapses onto the beaches. These waves have a little more energy than surging waves because they are breaking, but a lot of their energy has been lost as they travel towards the shore. Since surfers cannot surf these waves because they are so close to shallow waters, it is best for body surfing or bodyboarding. The wind does create swells and surf, however, it is not the single and only contributing factor to how the waves break and its energy level. The main contributing factors to how a wave breaks are its change in slope and the composition of its shoaling bottom. Each of these unique factors makes 4 different types of breaking waves, which are all important to our ocean and for the safety of our lives, especially as we are enjoying the beach. Aloha, and see you out in the water.